concerned about. They've been wondering how to do it, how to go about it. I'm going to be unveiling what we do in prospecting, how we get enough people into our team. Okay, Mrs. Ebeli Alaka, Omotayo Solomon, Oluyemi Asiru Shaibu, Fumilola Salau, glad to have you all here. I'm glad you are all here this afternoon as we start this awesome presentation. Okay, the title of the presentation this afternoon is The Art of Prospecting. Okay, and this is so awesome for me. This is an important presentation for me that I want as many of us to learn from. Okay, as we're ready to rev this afternoon, many of us are wondering what exactly is prospecting. What does it mean to prospect? You know, the first contact that many of us have with the word prospecting, you know, is when we talk about prospect meeting. And many of us are wondering, so what exactly is prospect meeting? What's prospect meeting all about? When people say prospect, what do they mean? And I'm there to explain it this afternoon by saying prospecting is the first step in the sales process, which consists of identifying potential prospects. You are able to identify the people you want to bring into your team, also known as prospects. These people are very important and critical to our business. The goal of prospecting is to develop a database of likely prospects, a database of likely downlines, a database of likely people who are going to join our team, and then systematically communicate with them in the hopes of converting them from potential prospects to current prospects and to becoming a downline. Okay, that if you cannot get a prospect, it's not likely you'll be able to get a downline. If you cannot get a downline, it's not likely you'll be able to separate your downline into gold ship, silver ship, and empty ship. Okay, so what to do to ensure that on a regular basis, on a daily basis, I get prospects to come into my team, into my group, so that I can communicate with them. And the truth of the matter is, once you harvest them into prospects group, most times is not what will make A come on board that will make B to come on board. You know, to so many people, they came on board because they want to do the NIM project. To so many people, it's because of NILSA, okay, TGM and the rest of them. To so many people, it's because of the money. To so many people, is the ability to be able to reach out to people because of the product that is making them to join the business. So different things will attract different people into our business. But you are here today. You need to ensure that you continuously, consistently have prospects joining your team. So as in explaining that, there are different ways to prospect. Okay. However, the most difficult one that people dread the most is cold calling. Okay. Cold calling is contacting somebody or an organization who has not made inquiry about your business. You just suddenly drop a message into their inbox. You know, you drop a message directly to them and they are wondering, what is this about? To your law, I want scammer see what it better. Are they here to scam me? You know, is this information going to harm me and all of that? The truth of the matter is the number of people you have in cold call are much more than the number of people you have in the warm call. Warm calls are the people you know, you have relationship with them, and you are dropping information about your business. But when we talk about cold call, you've not spoken about the business. They don't even have an idea that you do that kind of business, and you suddenly drop a message for them. So how exactly do you convert this kind of people? And as a Christian, I always tell people it's about sowing a seed. They say sow your seed in the morning, in the afternoon. Do not withhold your hand, for you do not know which one will germinate. When you sow seed through cold call, people that you don't even know, people that can be power brokers, people who are influencers, can join your team. So the number one thing you need to do in getting prospect is cold call, and it might be a phone call. Okay, even though I will say don't do that. Okay, drop message for them on WhatsApp. You know, how many of us have dropped message on, I've sent broadcast on WhatsApp before, and somebody will say, I hate broadcast, and please don't send this your message to me again. You know, don't do this again. I don't like that. Okay, those are typical examples of cold call. Okay. Another thing you need to do when, under types of prospecting is what we call qualified leads. Many companies have process of acquiring leads using promotional methods such as digital advertising and all of that. And because you attract them with different things, people will will come on board and say, okay, I want to do this. I remember 2 weeks ago when we were in the Showbo, we went on air and tell people the kind of food they can eat that can make them live a healthy lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. That's what attracted people. Then what you need to do when people come into a particular place, whether you create a group for them or you invite them for a physical meeting, is to qualify them. Are they actually qualified? Okay, our business is not Bogberu, it's not Barogudu, it's not the one that you just pick anybody on the road and they'll become an instant hit in your business. No, you need to qualify them. Are they truly qualified for the kind of prospect you are prospecting them for? Are they qualified for the kind of life you are calling them to come and live? Are they qualified? Okay, another type of prospecting is social media. Okay, you reach out to people on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, for the purpose of getting prospects. You can reach out to people in different forms this way. Okay, and another place where you can get prospects. Okay, another type of prospecting is trade fair. You can go to Lagos Trade Fair, Southwest Trade Fair. We have all manner of trade fairs in Nigeria where you can give freebies, you can give people opportunity to taste your products, and and by so doing, you invite them to a particular place where they will get to know more about your product and get to hear more about your products and like that. Okay, another one is networking. It can be a church network, it can be an office network, it can be a school network. Okay, you can network people in different places, and also you can do referrals. Okay, for people that you have sold to before, that are currently not buying the products, but they've shared the product with other people, you can tell them, please, can you refer me to other people? Let other people come and experience the products. Do you know somebody who is trying to live this kind of lifestyle that I'm calling you to come and live? Do you know anybody like that? Okay, can you please refer them to me so that I can talk to them on your behalf? No, that's it about types of prospecting. Let's move forward. There are 8 things you need to know about prospecting. Okay, what are these things you need to know before you step out to say, I want to prospect, I want to get people into my team, I want to be able to help people to come on board? There are 8 important things that you need to know. I'm going to quickly share the 8 things with us before I end this meeting this afternoon. I hope you have your biro and paper ready to take down notes. If you have your biro and paper ready, say, I am ready. I'm ready. Type, I'm ready in the chat box. Okay, if you are ready for this, and just type, I am ready. I am ready. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Fumi, Olanike Oyibola Osho, Bosse Adedeji, good for daily. I'm glad to see you all in the room, saying you are ready. Okay, please take down notes as we continue with the presentation. Okay, so now the number one thing that you need to know out of these 8 things is that you need to plan your prospecting list. Many times when I bring people on board and say, okay, this business you're about to start, I need you to develop a name list of 150 people. You can only imagine that some people, after putting down the money and you ask them to come up with a name list, they just simply disappear. You will not hear from them for some days, and they will say, this is hard. I'm saying, no, it's not that it is hard. What I'm simply saying is, I want you to start your business on a good footing. Be able to put down so number of names. Usually I tell them 150. Some will beg, please let me start with 100. Please let me start with 50. I'm saying, what you are negotiating is your success in this business. I need you to be able to do this so that you will start your business very well. And not just putting down this name list, you need to be able to ensure that you reach and develop this name list on a daily basis. Okay, so what I'm saying under plan your prospect list is that at least a day before, you need to plan yourself. I have my name list ready. Okay, these are the kind of people I want in my business. I've been able to put down 150 names. Some do 200, some do 300, and there are people within this business that have up to 500 names, 1,000 names within this business. The kind of success that people display in their business depend on the number of people they have on their name list. For somebody who has just 10 people on their name list, when you finish calling all of them in one day, who will you call tomorrow? That is, tomorrow you will do your business anyhow. I said to us yesterday that for people who want to succeed in this business, you need to ensure that you take your business as a business, not as a hobby. Present today, absent tomorrow. Doing the business today and day after tomorrow, you are no longer available. You need to ensure that you have activities that is contributing towards your business on a daily basis. Okay, never start a day not knowing exactly who you'll be reaching out to. Don't ever start from the day before. Plan it today. I know the number of people I will reach out to, chat them up. How are you doing? What is this all about? How do we go about this? How do I get the product across to you? It is clear to me on a daily basis. So every day I wake up, I must end in this business, because if I don't, I will be very sad. I will not be happy. I need to ensure that every day I wake up, I follow up with my team members, I follow up with my active team members, and know what exactly they are doing. The easiest way to do this is by making it the last thing you do each day. Build on the next day prospect list. So plan your prospecting list. Never start a day not knowing exactly who you are reaching out to. Okay, this is easier when you have name list. Of course, you'll be finding this difficult if you do not have a name list. I'm sure somebody has told us in the course of our doing business that name list is very, very, very important. Develop your name list today. Okay, number 2 thing that I'll be sharing with us is that start with your warm list. Okay, I explained what warm list is earlier. People that you have relationship with. It can be work relationship, it can be church relationship, your pastor, it can be with somebody you have spoken to in the time past. Start with your warm list. Make your first call to an existing prospect with the objective of gaining input from them, how much they enjoy your product or your services. They can be people that you have given the product to before. They've used the product, they've experienced the product, they've even spoken to somebody about the product. However, they are yet to become your downline. You need to use their unique experience to be able to reach out to them so that they can join your team. That ensure that there are other things you also talk about beyond business. Okay, that if the business call is not going the way you want it to go, there are other things that you are connected with them to that you can talk about. It can be the state of the country, it can be the state of the economy, it can be their salary, it can be their job. Maybe the person is a teacher, maybe the person is a driver, maybe the person for an oil company. You talk about different industry. Ensure that there are other things you can talk about beyond business. By using these existing prospects to motivate yourself. Now, the reason you are calling your warm list first is to motivate yourself, is to ensure that you are not discouraged when you are talking to people, and call easy, as calls, call easy, make it easy, enjoy yourself, have fun when you are making these calls. You understand? And remember, your first call should be to your warm list. Make easy calls early on, or the calls that it will be easy for you to close, so that you can encourage yourself in the business, are the calls that you should make first. Okay, make the easy ones first. The one that you perceive will be easy for you are the ones you will you should make first. And so that when you are talking to others, you say, okay, I just finished talking to my friend, and this person is coming on board with a pack of 750,000 naira. It's going to encourage the person you are going to talk to next to also do something significant about the business you're sharing with them. The number 3 thing is that you should plan your timing. Okay, that you should have a dedicated mark time on your calendar as when you make your first call. Okay, block the time and keep it sacred. Do not allow other things to encroach into your prospecting time. Make it a time that, okay, everybody know that at this time, if I call him, he's reaching out to his team, he's training his team. Make it sacred. Make it your time with your team. Make it your time with your prospect. Be disciplined. That if you're an anyhow person, your prospect will also notice. If you are somebody that does things anyhow, this person will just call me anyhow. This person, I've not joined the business. You are calling me 12 midnight. When I join your business, you will not allow me to sleep. Don't be an anyhow person. be disciplined. Okay, plan your timing, because if you're an anyhow person, the people you are reaching out to, the people you are prospecting will notice. Okay, number 4 thing I would like to share with you is that you must set a minimum performance goals for each day. Every day you wake up, you must set up a minimum goal for yourself of things you are going to achieve every day. Now, I was telling us yesterday how the company always sits down to set goals on things that the company expects us to achieve. That as an individual, just the way the company is driving its business is the way you are expected to also drive your own business. Excuse me, just the way the company set down and set monthly goals and weekly goals, and all those goals are now becoming weekly goals. Set specific goals. You know, I made the entire presentation of yesterday about setting goals. Goals is coming up again, is very, very important. Set minimum performance goals for each day. As much as you want each day to deliver huge opportunities, that is simply not going to be easy. That's simply not going to be the case. But have a minimum performance for each day. In as much as the goals, achieve this worst case scenario, this is what I must achieve before the end of the day. Setting expectation too high and not meeting them regularly will discourage anyone, not just you. It's good. That's discouraging to anybody. If you set the goals today, you don't achieve it. You set it tomorrow, you don't achieve it. The day after tomorrow, you will be reluctant to set your goal. So the motivating factor actually is to be able to set a goal that you will achieve. When you achieve today's goals, you can increase it a little bit tomorrow and go for it again. When you achieve it, then you can adjust it. Instead of setting a goal that is too high, and when you don't achieve it, you are discouraged. Okay. I set goals around the number of calls made each day as a way to motivate you. You know, it doesn't have to be that they must become a prospect that day. You know, we always say that people say yes to a sales call after the 5th call. Most especially when you are making a cold call, you may have to call 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times before they say yes to you. You must not be discouraged. Set goals around the number of calls that you're going to make on each day as a way to motivate yourself. Challenge yourself by setting goals as to how clearly you can start prospecting versus the time you blocked on your calendar. Set goals by yourself. That, okay, by 9 a.m. today, I want to start prospecting, and I will do it for 1 hour. You know, you don't have to say, okay, I will make the call for 5 hours. You are setting an unrealistic goal that can discourage you. I encourage you not to do that. Quit dreading the time to start and make time to start an objective to be broken. Okay, I believe that's clear for yourself, and let your goals motivate you. I spoke about that earlier. The number 5 thing that I would like to talk about is that you must move on quickly if you encounter a negative experience. Do not let a negative experience weigh you down. Now, most times when people say no or not yet, is because they do not understand what you are talking to them about. Do not let the negative experience or negative encounter that you have set you back. Do not let that stop you. Rise above it and continue doing what you are doing. Because the person that said no to you today can come back tomorrow and say, and that's your product really works. I need it for my mother in the village. Can my brother get a job in your company? You say, no. We don't recruit people like that. Can your brother become a distributor? Okay, what's the minimum package that he can come on board? Okay, there's 750, there's 450, and there's 140. Say, okay, if you really want to establish your brother, do the 400K package for them. Okay. And that's somebody that said no to you before. Never allow yourself to take a break after having a bad call. Okay, because somebody said no to you, somebody that said no and immediately move on. You don't remember what you discussed, and you are allowing that to become the limiting factor in your business. You are doing yourself a disservice. You need to rise above this and ensure that your business continues to grow and continue to proceed. So doing so will, for most people, have you dwelling on the call and in turn psyching you out of your next call. That when you allow negative experience to override you, it will affect the next person you want to talk to. okay, and gradually throw you out of the business. I was talking to a downline a few days ago who I've not heard from in a while. I always try to send message and all of that. And he said, Pastor, I don't think this business is meant for me. And I said, have you made any effort at all? And he said, no. And I said, how can you say the business is not meant for you if you have not made any effort at all? Okay, so do not allow negative experience to throw you out of your own business. That when you fall off a horse, you get right back on. Same is true with prospecting. When in Yoruba balance, we say, when you fall off a horse, you get right back on. Number 6, I know Babarap and Dr. Fumi, I know, will be able to help me interpret that very well. Okay, number 6, keep records of positive comments. Okay, that when you talk to people and you get positive feedback from them, keep records of it. You can turn it into testimonies. The good part about this is that it helps to motivate yourself, and it helps to motivate others who you are calling into the business as well. Keep copies of your desk, on your desk, of positive comments and positive feedbacks. It can be testimonies. It just doesn't have to be testimonies about the product alone. It can be testimonies about how you got somebody to come on board. It can be testimony of how somebody said yes to you during cold calls or during warm call. You receive the feedback you receive from prospects. Take a journal, keep documentary of all of this experience. It will help you, and it will help your business. Having positive comments on your desk will help pump you up quickly for prospecting. When you remember how somebody, and you know what? They said the shortest pencil is far better than the longest memory. When you put it down and when you need encouragement and you quickly flip your book and your journal, you remember all of this experience, and adrenaline can help you to move your business to the next level. It's a 10 minutes prior to starting prospecting. Play your intro or your walk-up music. You see that many of us, when we want to start this kind of meeting, we just throwing music, we bring something up that we'll talk about, something that will ginger us, something that excites us, the kind of music that we connect to. It's just to boost our morale, to boost the way we talk, the way we reach out to people. Now I'm showing somebody the skills they need to prospect every time. It's just important when you want to make a presentation, when you want to talk to people about different things, play music, play your testimonies, read something that excites you, read something that makes you happy, play with your children, do all sorts of things that make you happy, and it will pump adrenaline into your soul and help you to get it right. Okay. Then as well, number 7 thing I would like to talk to you about is be a content guru. You need to understand your product, how your product works. Okay? Something happened to me several years ago when I just entered our industry, and I didn't understand the concept of oxidative stress and all of that then. And the company sent me to go and talk to different people. So actually to go and do presentation, but when I travel like that, I take it upon myself to walk on the street, to talk to random people, to reach out to different people about our opportunities. So I walk up into this chemist, and we're talking about the product, and he said, okay, yeah, I've heard about your product. He said, but you said this your product takes care of type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. He said it's not possible. Which one does your product take care of? Is it type 1 or type 2? And I told the guy, I said, our product takes care of the two. And he said, no, you don't know what you are talking about. How can one product take care of type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes? Okay. And I said, well, you might be an expert in your field, but I'm an expert in this product, and I can tell you that this product takes care of the two. He said, Oga, when you know what you are talking about, let's have this discussion again. And of course, after several months, and I came to understand the concept of oxidative stress, I can answer those kind of questions. So be a content guru. Know about your business. Know about your able to engage people with facts that they cannot deny. They say only fools doubt proof. Never forget the value you bring to your prospect and how much you know others can benefit once they know what your product can do. Okay, never forget the value you bring to your prospects. They are not helping you, you are the one helping them. Okay, that once you change the narrative and make them understand that you are the one helping them by bringing them on board, it will help you in convincing them. And how much you know, others can benefit once they know what your product can do. Okay, and prospecting is the starting point for prospects to benefit from you. I am helping you, you are not helping me. If you come on board this product, the money you put down is to buy a product. The company will give you product that is worth much more than the value you are putting down. And once you use this value according to guidance, according to the way I will show you, you will get a lot more, and much more than the money. You know, is this somebody who has been looking for fruit of the womb and eventually is able to conceive? Is it somebody who is battling high blood pressure or high blood sugar or different kind of ailments, and the product is helping, is able to help them? Can you place a value on that? Many of them, the amount of money they are going to put down to become a distributor is much more, is not even up to the amount they spend on hospital bill on a monthly basis. Okay, my friend, you need to understand that you are the one helping them, and they are not the other way around. Okay, and there are 7 things you can do right now to help make sure you don't just think about prospecting, but you actually doing it. There are about 7 things. Okay, and let me quickly show you that these 7 things. If you have prospecting in mind, if you want to prospect, and there are 7 things I would recommend that you do, whether you are meeting them physically, or you are meeting them online, or you are meeting them via WhatsApp. There are 7 things I would recommend. Number 1, if it is a physical meeting, ensure that you look the parts. Hello? Now, if not for pandemic, I always recommend that when you are talking to prospects, talk to them one-on-one, which is why I prefer Zoom meeting. Okay, if I need to talk to a prospect, I invite them to Zoom, where we can see each other face to face. We can talk about it. Okay, because selling is an act of transferring emotion. When you chat people up, they might read meaning into what you are typing, and it may not be exactly what you are trying to say. And many people, because they want you to leave them alone, they will not clarify. They will not seek to understand. You know, they will just be taking it in. But you might have said something that they don't agree with, they will just keep quiet because it's just a chat. Okay, so you need to look the parts. Okay, you need to ensure that you communicate effectively. Okay, also, I would like to let you know that you should be clean and smell nice. Whether you are a prospect, even a prospect can get away with many things. But as a presenter, if you have body odor or mouth odor, and you are talking to somebody, you know, and they are trying their best to ensure that they just leave your presence, so that what is coming out of you will not kill them before what is actually chasing them in life kill them. You know, you need to ensure you smell nice. You know, invest in roll-on, invest in perfume, invest in things that make sure that you smell the parts and you look the part. Okay, don't encroach too much into people's space. You know, there are people, when they are talking to you, you know, it's like they want to put their mouth in your mouth, you know, and the prospect is moving back from. Don't just encroach into people's space. Be polite, be gentle, be awesome, you know. Be the person they want to talk to every time. Be filled with wisdom. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to think long term. You know, be filled with wisdom. Become the person that they want to talk to. That even if you don't see them, they will be the one that will call you. Do not encroach into their space. Okay, be confident. You know, I was reading something some days ago, you know, that everybody in this life doesn't have to be handsome or beautiful. Once you are confident, the human brain, in most cases, most especially women, interpret it as handsome. Once you're confident, you are confident. You know what you want. The way you carry yourself, your aura, you know, assumes a lot of confidence. People are attracted to you. And please don't forget to wear it. You know, many of us, from most times, people cannot even approach us to ask for time. People cannot even approach us to ask for direction. Ensure you are confident and don't forget to wear a smile. Be armed with all the necessary materials. Once people ask you for a particular type of information, be ready to give it to them. Be ready to drop something of value to them, that even if they do not remember the kind of business you are trying to introduce them to, they will remember all the things that they gain from you, and they will never forget you. Okay? And this is the point where most people miss it. Don't forget to follow up. A good follower makes a good networker. Now, people might know how to prospect, they might set their goals, they might be doing everything properly. But where most people miss it is that the first time they call a prospect is the only time they ever reach out to them. Once you call them once, the next time you forget to reach out to them, and you leave it, some for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, for 6 months. And that is why, in most cases, when you behave that way, you are preparing that prospect for somebody else, because somebody will show up after a month or two and sign them up. And you'll be wondering, I was the first person that told him this opportunity, but did you follow? How is he following? Is it tight? Are you just sowing the seed and you are refusing to cultivate the land? Follow-up is cultivation. Is how you follow up that will determine whether the person will follow you in doing your business, or you are just preparing the person for the next person that will talk to them. A good follower makes a good networker. When you follow up people, people tend come with you. Don't wait till you see the person in presentation, whether online or offline, and you are wondering, I was the first person that spoke to the person. My friend, you are the first person that prepared the person. You only prepare the person for the person that will eventually sign them up. Okay? The next thing I'm going to say, I didn't record it, I didn't put it down on a slide. I was hoping to be able to say it, okay, so that somebody will benefit from it. And that thing is what we call palm poker. Okay? A very important tool that anybody needs to engage. Palm poker. Okay? I missed the second P. I know something is missing. Palm poker. Are we together? For as many of us that can read this, tell me I can read it. Okay, I didn't get the spelling right. Okay, good. Now I know I'm correct. Palm poker. Now, this is one tool every network marketer needs to be able to use. I'm going to tell you the meaning offhand, and I'm hoping that those that truly claim that they have their notes ready are ready to write this down. The first thing on the list of palm poker. Hello? Prospecting. What is prospecting? Talking about things, how to get somebody to listen to you, how to have somebody to your team list, how to have somebody to your prospect list. Okay, that's what I've been sharing with us. The next one is appointments. When you get a prospect, what you are trying to do is, when exactly will you have time to attend our meeting? Where most networkers miss it, most especially people who are just joining, is when they try to convince people on their own strengths. I always tell my team members, I always tell my downlines, use your upline, engage your upline. Let your upline be able to help you to talk to people. Hello? Let your upline be able to help you to talk to people. Do not do this on your own strength, because okay, I'm just reading the message that some people are sending. You get the recorded version of presentation, so don't worry. I can see it's recording. Okay, set an appointment. Okay, bring somebody into the room by 6 p.m. Let them come and listen to the person that will present. Usually, people that present in the evening have been trained. They know what exactly to say so that their message will go directly to the prospect. But when you are talking to people yourself in your own strength and they ask you a question that destabilizes you, you have succeeded in wasting that prospect. Okay, until somebody is able to minister exactly them, they will no longer listen, because to them you will appear like somebody who doesn't know what they are saying. But when you book an appointment, whether it is a three-way call or you are inviting them for a prospect meeting, either on WhatsApp or on Zoom, ensure that you set the appointment and you follow them up to ensure that they make it for the meeting. Okay, when you have set the appointment as a way of preparing for them till when they come, there is what you need to do that is called need analysis. Okay, what exactly does this person need? Does the person need to make money, or is it the products that we get across to this person? You need to be able to get all these facts, arm yourself with it. If you can reach out to the presenter, be able to tell them, okay, this my prospect is coming, he needs to make a lot of money, he cannot pay his house rent, he cannot pay his children's school fees, or he has somebody that is battling hepatitis, he has somebody that is battling HIV. If you mention something around that area, is going to help that prospect. That is what we call need analysis. Being able to do enough investigation to understand what exactly the prospect needs. And the next thing on the item is another P that stands for presentation. After you have done prospecting and you have done your appointment and you have done the need analysis, then presentation. When you invite people for presentation, make sure you are there to see how your prospects are engaging. What kind of questions are they asking, so that you can answer it directly after the presentation. Most times, not all the presenters will have enough time to be able to handle all questions. But if you are there, you are able to follow up how your prospect is doing, and you can help them at the very point of their need. Okay, after presentation, many of us, once we invite prospects, after the presentation, we don't just reach out to them, we leave them. There is what we call objection handling. There is something that this person is thinking that is not making them come on board immediately. Is it money? Are they waiting for their salary? Or they don't just believe that the product does exactly all the things that they say the product is doing. You need to understand what their real objection is. That in most cases, people say no because they require more information. If you do not follow up with them after the presentation, you will not be able to handle all their objections. And the next thing, as I begin to close, is what we call closing. You need to be able to make it easy for them to say yes. Okay, do not set up your closing in such a way that they will see it as a difficult thing to do. You can ask them to transfer now. Some of them will say, okay, I have 20,000 naira now. If you can collect that from me, when I collect my salary by the end of the month, I will balance the rest. You need to find a way to make it work. Okay, you can talk to leaders in your team how they do all of that. And for many of us in this presentation that are already on board, we know how some of our leaders help us to come on board. Do not prejudge people. Help them. When you help them to come on board, in most cases, I even like the situation where people borrow the money to start, because the ginger to be able to pay back their loan, in most cases, help them to succeed. Make it easy for them to say yes. That's how to close properly. Do not say, hey, now that you have listened to the presentation, will you join? Will you join what? No, tell them, come on board today, because I have a lot of people coming on board tomorrow. You have the opportunity of becoming their upline if you join today. Okay, that's how to close. And when you close a sale successfully, ask them to also use a product from you. Ask them to refer you to other people. If they join your team, tell them to come up with their name list and repeat the same palm poker. Okay, and in closing this afternoon, I would like to tell you that I've listened to everything I've said, and you have taken time to document it. I have no doubt in my mind that step by step, line upon lines, precept upon precept, you will succeed in this business. And I sincerely hope that this singular effort will help put somebody's name on the top 10 list in Green Monday business. I can see different people in the room who are ready, who are motivated. And if you are motivated this afternoon, just type in the box, I am motivated. Okay. Somebody said, what is R? R is referral. Mr. Siri Esido, R is referral. When you close a sale successfully, ask the person for referral. Give me somebody else that will buy product from me. Draw your name list. I need people to join to join the I need people to join the business through you. Somebody say, go through the Pampoka again. Okay. Mrs. Eugenia, you wrote Begula. Okay. Okay. For your purpose, for your sake, let me Pampoka again. Usually this, I'll say and listen to it. Number 1 is prospecting. Number 2 is appointment. Number 3 is niches. Number 4 is presentation. Number 5 is objection handling. Number 6. Number 7 is referral. And I hope with these few words of mine, I have been able to convince somebody and not confuse you that if you follow these steps, you will become a leader in this business in no time. I'm not telling you what I'm not doing. I'm telling you what I use on a daily basis. The reason why many of you call me veritable all the time are the things that I share with you. And I sincerely hope that somebody will make use of this and it will work for you. I am glad I'm motivated. I'm glad you will. Say see again. See simply means closing. Close it very well. Do not close a presentation. Do not close your prospects, leaving them with more questions. Lead them in a way that it is easy for them to say yes. Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you, Barbara. I'm glad to have you here as well. And I'm glad that people are motivated today. And I thank you all for listening to me. I hope to do this sometimes again. For the rest of the week, we'll be presenting different types of presenters. We are hoping that in the course of the week, Coach B himself will be here to cheer us up and show us how to do it better. Thank you very much this afternoon. It's been an awesome 51 minutes spending this time with you. And I hope that by 6 p.m., we'll have another dynamite, so one of the super presenters in Green Monday that will be on ground to help us talk to our team. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, Feyo Glace is breaking it down. I just love these people. Somebody has captured everything and putting it down. And this is one tool you can use and take it from your conscious mindset to your subconscious mindset till you become an expert in it. Thank you very much for your time. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much. Please enjoy this music as I begin to wrap up the presentation for today. Thank you.